So things are looking pretty grim for Canadian marijuana stocks. Now today Aurora released an article about their research venture with Radient Technologies, and so far the results are good. So they've been working on a technology that allows for more efficient oil extraction from marijuana, and so far their efficiencies are up to 98%, while typical ones are 80 to 85%. It is much faster, and it can be done on a large scale. So this is good, and if this technology offers some sort of an advantage in the industry, if it creates a purer oil, if it does something better, faster, it just drives costs down in general, then this should be a fairly advantageous thing to have for, Aurora and Radient Technologies. It should be good if it is viable in some way, which, I mean, if the efficiencies are better, it should be more cost effective, right? So Radient Technologies stock did go down upon the release of the news. It has gone up fairly significantly over the past month or so, when the rumors came out about the results of this are going to be coming out soon. So this stock has been going down, and then it went back up on the rumors, and it's gone down whenever the good news got released. So this is actually not very good. Whenever you have expectations of a news coming out, generally it gets at least partially priced into a stock, but the fact that this has been fully priced into the stock is actually not that good. What you want whenever good news comes out is for the stock to go up a little bit, which means that people were at least worried about the downside, about the bad news. But whenever you have good news come out about a stock, and there was the possibility of bad news, and the stock still goes down, that means that it was fully priced in. The news was already fully priced in. The good news was already fully priced in, and the bad news wasn't even taken into account. So not particularly good that this stock went down. You would expect it to go up, but it's already fully priced in. Now Aurora stock didn't even flinch. It's down about 17% in the past week or so, which is pretty bad. I mean, 17% in a week, that's a lot. So yeah, that's not doing too well. Now, medical marijuana, also marijuana stock. This is a U.S. marijuana stock. So they released their earnings today. Well, they didn't really release them today, but officially their earnings came out today. Their earnings have been out for about a week, and I don't think that most people knew about them. If you check their website, they've been up there for a while, and I looked at them about a week ago. So I don't know, but they came out officially today, and the stock went up 10%, which is what you would expect. So their earnings were, they still had a loss, but they were decent, and the stock went up. And that's something that you would expect with this stock, but didn't happen. And then we have Bitcoin. So a lot of people are taking out their money from marijuana stocks. A lot of the people that invested into this industry, you have to understand that a lot of the people, they like speculative stocks. So people invested into the marijuana industry hoping to make a lot of money in a short amount of time. And when they didn't do that and they saw cryptocurrencies taking off, well, some people are going to be taking their money out of marijuana stocks and putting them into Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies. And that's what's happening right now. It's probably going to continue going on like this for a while. Maybe it should start reversing by the end of summer, maybe late fall. I really don't know. But by the end of the year, these stocks should stop going down. They should stop bleeding out at some point, right? I think that should be the case because we have California and some other stuff. So we'll see. But yeah, regarding to Bitcoin, it's completely understandable why some people would want to, go from this to go to like this. It's completely understandable, and that's fine. So yeah. What is going to be happening though is some people are going to sell at the bottom of marijuana stocks, and they're going to buy Bitcoin at the top, and they're probably going to get burned fairly significantly. This is something that you know that it's going to happen, but it's impossible to time. So like, when are these stocks going to bottom out? Nobody really knows. And when is Bitcoin going to top out? Nobody really knows. But just the idea of selling right here and then going and buying right here, kind of scary to me. But Bitcoin is tricky because it still has a lot of room to go up. So I mean, it could double fairly easily. Nobody really knows. But cryptocurrency is not something that I particularly understand too well. I don't exactly know all the forces. Well, I don't have a good idea of all the forces that drive Bitcoin up and down. So I don't particularly know. But just selling Canadian marijuana stocks where they're at their bottom, like 1 year bottom essentially, or close to there, and then buying Bitcoin when it's at an all-time high. I don't know about that idea, but anyways, so yeah, so don't expect a lot to be happening in the next few months. There's no real news coming out or no good news. These companies are still doing what they're supposed to be doing, what they've been expected to do for the past few months. Everything has been already priced in, and now it's starting to get priced out because, well, things are going slower than most people expected, and there's other industries that are making money while this industry is losing money. So uh, you should probably expect a few more months of bleeding out, or at least not really going anywhere, just stagnation or being flat. And after that, they might start going back up if, once California starts doing its thing and releasing licenses, and there's more news coverage and marijuana stocks and legalization and all of that, it should get a little bit better. But up until then, it's going to be more of this, probably.